Barkley. Nice cut. There he goes. Saquon to the end zone. Touchdown Giants.
Gordon is now in. 1st and 10, Melvin Gordon. Oh, he fumbled again! He fumbled again! Robertson's got it! And he's got an entourage by midfield. Got a block by Hobbs. And there he goes! He's got 6!
Burrow is 8 of 15, barely over 50%. Goes deep down the left sideline, and that's caught. That's T. Higgins to the end zone.
You never know with these guys. From the 2, Mahomes escaping, on the move. Mahomes stops, spins, flips it forward for the touchdown to Edwards-Helaire. Another 100 yards against the 49ers again for Cooper Kupp. This one is juggled, picked. There goes Hufanga. Hufanga, touchdown, San Francisco. Pick 6.
Thank you, Jen, and the Pete Carroll conversation. It was finished and physical. The defense has been physical as Goff has been sharp, but this is intercepted by Tariq Woolen, and he's going to take it back inside for a Seahawk touchdown.
And a touchdown out of empty. Eagles playing with pace. Hurts faking the handoff, the pass, bat into the air, and it's picked off. Intercepted by Cisco. Cisco still going inside the 20. Cisco is going to score. Pick 6 for Jacksonville.
Here in the beginning of the game, there's been a couple of times Daniel Jones is coming out, and there is nobody there.
Play action again. More good ball handling from Jones. Room to run. There goes Daniel Jones. Touchdown Giants.
Talk about that next man up mentality. It seems like everybody's taking that to heart.
Get up, get up. The pitch to Pierce. Good blocking on the perimeter, and there he goes. Across midfield. Inside the 10, and he'll take it to the house. 75 yards.
Coverage against the Browns. Double reverse. The pass to the end zone. Caught by Wilson from Braxton Berrios.
Hunt in motion. Hand off to Chubb. Chubb through the left side. Inside the 20. Chubb's got the 10. 5. Touchdown.
Play clock near 1. Corner of the end zone. Lamb. One-handed try. He got it. Touchdown, Lamb.
They'll give it to Hall. Looking for the end zone, and did he get there? He lost the football. Looks like Tyler Conklin may have recovered the ball.
The Humphrey pick sets up Baltimore for this. 2nd and goal. Ricard again in motion. Out of the gun. Shovel up the middle. Contact. And he gets in.
Cardinals must get to the 37 for a first down. Murray throws, picked off by Luvu. Frankie Luvu down the sideline. He's in for a Panthers touchdown.
First down, take a timeout.
There it is at 22. Rodgers.
He's picked, and this is going to the house. Jack Jones with the pick 6.
At the running back to play the style of football that he'd really like to be able to play right now. 3rd down and 3. Quick throw. What a catch. Samuel stays upright. Terrific catch and run. One-on-one with Ramsey. Can't bring him down. Samuel. Highlight reel. Touchdown.
Williams with a big hole. Jamal Williams. Can he take it to the house? Yes, he can. Touchdown, Lions.
That's it. That's it.
3rd and goal. They set it up for Madison. Breaks 2 tackles and weaves into the end zone.
From the 7. Shovel pass. Edmonds, can he get in? He spins, and he can.
Who would ever think that Aaron Rodgers at home would be losing to a 3rd-string quarterback?
And now Murray to the end zone. Brown, touchdown.
3 tight ends. Extra offensive line. Wilson gives. Gordon, touchdown, Denver.
12th play of the drive. Dalton looking, end zone, juggling, catch made.
One of the top sack leaders in the NFL early in the season. Herbert looks one way, throws the other into the end zone. Touchdown to the tight end, Gerald Everett.
3rd and 2. Wentz lofting corner of the end zone. Caught for the touchdown. Quickly.
Lawrence near side. Agnew breaking a tackle, and he's in. Touchdown.
Quite often when opponents get down into the red zone, this is just the 7th trip of the season. Burkhead out of the backfield, touchdown.
Off the fake. Wide open. In for the touchdown.
Get those calls communicated.
Rashad Penny straight ahead. Rashad Penny is going to take it in for a Seahawk touchdown.
This is Derrick Henry territory. He gets the play action fake. Tannehill's got a wide open Robert Woods for a go-ahead touchdown.
Ferguson, the tight end, in the backfield in front of Elliott. Elliott gets it and is able to finish for the touchdown.
All right, both Lockett and Metcalf, top of your screen. Geno Smith goes the other way for the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks! It's Will Dissly, his 3rd touchdown catch of the
32. Brady looking Fournette's way. At the goal line, Fournette is in for the touchdown.
On the ground again. Nixon. And Nixon still on his feet. Takes it all the way in.
Fours downhill in the last 6 years. Running downhill. Here he is. Murray looking, fighting, churning, dragging Vikings in for the touchdown. Down way to the end zone and a touchdown. Tunyon has it for the score.
fake to Jamal Williams. Time for Goff for the end zone. Hockenson, touchdown Lions!
Eckler wide open inside the 5.
However you get down here, it doesn't matter.
Jefferson on the end around, and he will walk in for the go-ahead touchdown.
They're going to run it and get the first down. Rashad Penny, touchdown, Seahawks.
Allen on 1st and goal. Hooks a pass, catch is made, touchdown, Isaiah McKenzie.
Use their leverage against them as much as you can. It's Tannehill, collapsing pocket, awkward angle throw, but somehow Hill to the right, got a block, in the end zone, touchdown!
Rush looking, throwing, end zone, it's caught by Gallup, touchdown!
On a 2nd and goal, Smith will keep, big hole in the middle, Geno Smith runs it in for a Seahawks touchdown!
And I know you practice them, but it's different at game speed than it is in practice.
Fake to Taylor, Ryan, he's got his tight end in Mo Alley Cox, and he's in for the touchdown.
Patterson reverses field. He's got the corner. Patterson to the end zone. And no signal yet. Yes! Touchdown!
Four-man rush. Pressure on Rush. Fires. Caught for the touchdown. C.D. Lamb.
After back-to-back 20-yard plays, it's Derrick Henry making a cut. Inside the 5 and in for the touchdown.
Tight ends have been big for the Texans in the red zone.
Especially O.J. Howard. The throw to the end zone. Brandon Cooks. And it's the first touchdown pass of the year to a wide receiver.
Patrick Carr's not turning anything down.
And again, Dobbins got a running lane. Touchdown, Baltimore.
On first down, here is a toss. Right up the gut. Wilson. Goodbye. Touchdown 49ers.
For him, and he remains the back on 2nd and goal. Fake to him. Goff throws. End zone. Flag down. Catch made. Touchdown Lions. Josh Reynolds.
Lofty totals to live up to.
Those are
like that lofty totals.
Nice. I see what you did there. Back to Eckler. Can he get him their first rushing touchdown of the season? Yes, he can.
He hit the 4th down, and right now he needs another one of those to try and get the Jets in the end zone.
Looking left, throwing, touchdown, Corey Davis.
Brissett steps up. He's going to keep it himself. Brissett has a window. Touchdown!
As well, knowing that you don't have to necessarily get it all the way into the end zone.
Goff for the end zone. It's a touchdown. T.J. Hockenson.
With this weather. You got A.J. Brown in the slot. Smith in motion. Hurts on 4th and goal. He's going to run for it. Hurts. Football is loose. What's the call here? Now they say touchdown.
McKinnon taking the direct snap.
You could see anything down here.
And McKinnon on the give inside Edwards. Hilaire's got the first down, fighting for the touchdown, and he's in.
Bowles the block. Rush to the end zone. Caught. Sutton. Touchdown. Denver.
You'd like to catch some touchdown passes from Justin Herbert. On the draw, Eckler with a lot of space. Sprinting for the pylon, and he's in for his 2nd touchdown of the day. This one from 20 yards out.
Wilson. Judy. Touchdown.
Of getting in the way of Jaquan Brisker.
2nd and 6. Play action. Room to roam again. An easy trot into the end zone for Jones. 2nd rushing score of the day.
Murray on 3rd down. Looking end zone. He throws. Touchdown. Zach Ertz.
Hurts from the shotgun on 2nd and 6. Sanders in. Touchdown. Probably get back to maybe that zone read. You got A.J. Brown down here at the bottom. 2nd and goal. Gainwell. Waltz is in for the touchdown.
Williams, and that's going to be a touchdown Lions.
Now at the end, it's going to probably come down to both quarterbacks.
Oh, yeah. There's Rodgers. Quickly gets rid of it. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Dobbs turns around.
3 tight ends on. Pickett trying to sneak it. Trying to get there. Touchdown.
You got a score right here. You can stop the clock.
3rd and 7 to the end zone. McCaffrey. Touchdown.
Back to Huntley inside the 5. And he's in. Only fitting. First NFL touchdown for Caleb Huntley.
There it goes again. Hey, they were generous there. They were generous. They didn't beat it. Here's the pass by Zappi. Open man at the 10. And strutting in for the touchdown is Devontae Parker.
2nd and 5. Kelsey. A little stroll in motion. And Mahomes throws it that way. And there's Kelsey to the end zone. And right away, Kansas City on the board.
Fake the run. Allen circles. Sideline. Allen is in. Touchdown. Buffalo.
Brady with time to the end zone. To Evans, holds on. Great catch for the touchdown.
Good height matchup on DJ Reed.
Pickett looking for the end zone. He got there. Touchdown, Steelers.
There. 2nd and goal. Out of the gun. Brady looking. Evans brought it in. Great catch. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Probably figure they're going to do that zone read. Desperately trying to keep him out of the end zone. Sanders, and he bangs it in.
Second and goal. Mahomes to the goal line and in for the touchdown. Jody Fortson. Difficult to stop in the backfield or as a receiver. The throw to Ayuk inside, touchdown. Samuel leading the way.
Sometimes when you only keep 2 on your team, you might.
Here's first down. And look at the run by the rookie Watson for the touchdown.
Clock running now inside of 4 minutes left in the quarter. Lawrence to the air. It's caught. Agnew. Touchdown.
Oh, and the snap to Noah Gray inside as Mahomes was diverting attention by pointing over to Kelsey, and it's a Kansas City touchdown.
Second down and 2. Jacobs. Here he goes, plowing into the end zone. Touchdown.
A pickup of 54 yards. Geno Smith wide open. Noah Fant, touchdown Seahawks.
Second and goal. It's Murray running behind Connor. He is in for a Cardinals touchdown.
Same with them, but they need one here.
Second and goal. Nice cut back to the end zone. Touchdown, New England.
Off play action. Matt Ryan, wide open man. It's Mo Alley-Cox again.
Gets past Harmon, who's supposed to have that deep half.
Put him at the 3. Rush. Diving. Touchdown, Denver.
Yeah, but he's got the muscles. That's what matters. Goff. That's going to be the touchdown Lions.
That's critical because of time also, Kevin.
Yes. White is a rookie out of Georgia. Hand off. Jacobs slips into the end zone. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
I love the games within the games.
John White is the back. He'll go airborne and in for the touchdown.